Hiya guys, how's it going? Super B 1996 here, and today I've got an announcement video, and that is I have just announced that I like my new game, which is called Rise and Phoenix 3 Penultimate Edition. Now you're wondering, like, is this new because it's got Rise and Phoenix 3 in it and it's got Edition on it? It's not exactly a new game. It is a enhanced, remixed edition of Rise and Phoenix 3, my previous game, which released back in April, I think. Yeah, it came out in April. So I've literally just announced this on my development page, which I'll link in the description. Yeah, so what this basically is, if you've never played Rise and Phoenix 3 before, my game, which I'll also link in the description if you want to go and try it out. It's the game I released on Congregate.com back on April 25th. And I got feedback regarding the game, and originally I was just going to update the original game, but then I thought to myself it'd be more beneficial if I released these updates as a new game, because it puts my name out there again. If I just updated the original game, like, it wouldn't get played, so that's what I'm doing. This isn't the first time I've done this. The game I made before 3, which was obviously Rise and Phoenix 2, there's also a penultimate edition of that game, and that version of the game did really well. But the penultimate editions are kind of my way of putting in improvements, putting in more stuff like that wasn't originally in the game, redesigning a few things such as menus and all this great stuff. But right here I've got a list of new features that are coming to the penultimate edition. So one of these new features is there will be new cutscenes. Rise of Phoenix 3 was the first game I created to include cutscenes, because I'd only just figured them out. So in Rise of Phoenix 3 Penultimate Edition, there will be more cutscenes, like a lot more cutscenes in the story. So that's something you've got to look forward to. There'll be more cutscenes, and that's pretty much it to do with cutscenes. There will be new story modes levels. So at the moment, as it stands, there is 4 levels for each world or level or world trope in Rise of Phoenix 3. This will be not doubled. This will be increased to around 6 or 7. So there will be a lot more levels to play, increased in the game time, and yeah. And I will also be redesigning and extending some levels for story mode, because some of the levels really do dip in quality for some reason. I don't know why that is, but they do dip in quality, and I really do need to improve and extend those levels to make them better. So that will be something to look forward to. So yeah. And also in the original Rise of Phoenix 3 there is a classic mode. Now classic mode kind of devolves the gameplay, if that makes sense. So it makes it more like Rise of Phoenix 2 and Rise of Phoenix 1. This was a mode that was added in last minute. Well, not last minute, it was always planned, but it kind of got a bit rushed. So levels will be remade again, and there will be new levels for classic mode, because classic mode is actually pretty decent. Now, originally, when you got to the end of classic mode, you got a secret ending. This was linked to the currently in development Rise of Phoenix 4, which is the sequel. But because that's changed significantly now in terms of development, I need to change that ending, and there will still be an ending at the end, but it might not be related to Rise of Phoenix 4. Another new mode I would like to announce now is there will be a timeline mode, and the timeline mode basically allows you to look at all the Rise of Phoenix games in order. And there will be a feature where you can click a button and you can play a level from that game. So if you like the gameplay, you can go and play it. So it's kind of like a taster of all the games that have up to this point. Yes, Rise of Phoenix 4 will be included in that timeline, but there won't be a level in there. But that's to be expected. There was another mode called Story So Far mode. Now what this was for those who don't know the Rise and Phoenix story. Now, admittedly, in the first 2 Rise and Phoenixes, there were no cutscenes. And this is because I was really bad at making them. But this mode allows you to get caught up with the story of the past 2 games, and just get your common knowledge on the series so far. So what I'll be bringing to Penultimate Edition is an improved version of this, which will include more backstory in the like what's happened in the last games, and will include a character mode, so you can flick through several important characters in Rise of Phoenix and get a little bit more in-depth information on them. So that will be a feature that will be in there also. And the last thing that I mentioned in my announcement post is that there will be a new secret level and a secret ending. Now, before, this was kind of in classic mode, like I just said, but there will be a secret level in Rise of Phoenix 3, which you will have to find. I'm not going to make it easy to find. Once you find this secret level, you complete it and you'll get the secret ending, which is directly linked to Rise of Phoenix 4's story. Now, for this Penultimate Edition, I am putting more story into this game, so it kind of links up with Rise of Phoenix 4 in some ways. Because Rise of Phoenix 3 has got a weaker story, but that is mainly because I've only just learned how to do cutscenes, and it was just a massive thing in general at first. But now I understand it, and there will be more story elements in it, so that's pretty much it. So a release date has been announced already for Penultimate Edition. It is coming out on the 17th of September for Congregate.com only. It will still be exclusive to Congregate. So there won't be any other videos on this. I'm not making a traditional trailer for it. I thought I'd just do a one-on-one discussion video with you discussing the game. But feel free to leave any questions and stuff in the comments. Like, if you've got any questions about Penultimate Edition or Rise of Phoenix in general, like, leave them comments down below, and I will try my best to answer them. So right now, I'm just going to show you a couple screenshots, which I'm going to put on screen right now. And what you're seeing here are the new main menus designs for Rise of Phoenix 3 Penultimate Edition. This is all that's being shown off for the game at the moment. I haven't got no level screenshots at the moment because they're not ready. But this is what the new menus look like. Feel free to go back to Rise of Phoenix 3 to look, so you can kind of do like a comparison kind of thing. But these are what the menus look like at this current time. But yeah, that's pretty much all I've got to talk about with Penultimate Edition. But I did want to talk about Rise of Phoenix 3 in general and the development process behind the game. So Rise of Phoenix 3 is the best game I've made so far, in my opinion. I really put a lot into that game. I loved it. I love Rise of Phoenix 3. It is my favourite game I've created, like I just said. Rise of Phoenix 3 took around 7 to 6 months to create, I think. The development process of the actual game itself started back in September last year, and it released in April, so I think that's around 6 or 7 months. Originally, planning for the game began all the way back in July 2014, and the game, you look at it and you think, no way this took 6-8 months to create. It's mainly because a lot was changed, levels were scrapped and reworked over and over and over again. Lots of things were changed in the development process. So that's how long it took to create, basically. And what I'll put on screen right now is a wireframe design for my first level in Rise of Phoenix 3. Now, this is really old, and this is just basically how I design levels in games. This is the same method I'm using with Rise of Phoenix 4, and that's currently the stage that I'm at right now. So this is what you can go and play Rise of Phoenix 3, and the design for it will be near enough identical to this wireframe design. But yeah, that's it pretty much. That's how I design my levels. But Rise of Phoenix 3 is really good in my eyes. It's not perfect. Damn well it ain't near perfect. For those worrying whether it will affect Rise of Phoenix 4's development, it will not. Penultimate Edition I've already worked on for 2-3 weeks now, and it's near finished development already. Like, most of these new features are already implemented, so it's not affecting Rise of Phoenix 4 in any way. The Rise of Phoenix 4 trailer is still coming on the 25th of September. But yeah, this is pretty much all I've got to say about Rise of Phoenix 3. If you've got any questions about my games and development in general, just let me know in the comments below. Hope you guys enjoyed this video, and I'll speak to you guys later on.